video can make you do a little bit better. Today, it's really dark out and cold and rainy, so I had to use this opportunity to talk about a book. The book that I'm about to share with you guys really consumed me for quite a few days. So I went to the library about 3 weeks ago and got some new books to read. Since it's winter time and I was spending a lot of time indoors and I was getting sick, so I was like, it's perfect to dedicate some more time to reading. And I had some time available, so I browsed around in the library and checked out some sections that I don't normally check out, and I found out that they have a true crime book section, and I was shocked by this because I usually love true crime ASMR videos, and there was one book that stood out to me that was about the Griekwastad Murders, and I saw that there were quite a few books around this topic, so I knew that it had to be quite a story. So I took one of those books, and the book really touched me. I think because it happened in the country that I live in. I know the type of people that this happened to. I basically grew up around these type of people, and I was just shocked to my core. So I thought today I would share that story with you. The Griekwastad Murders, the crime that shook South Africa. Okay, so picture this. It's Easter weekend, Good Friday, a quiet day in a small little town where nothing really happens. In this town, there lives a family of 4. A mom, a dad, and their 2 children. Their 15-year-old son and their 14-year-old daughter. This family is pretty well off. The dad owns quite a few farms, so they're wealthy, hardworking people, very loved and respected in their community. They are seen in church every single Sunday. Their kids are performing well in school, doing well at sports, and have a bright future in front of them. Then on this Friday, it's a very simple, quiet day at the police station. No one is expecting much to happen because on Good Friday, people like to spend time with their families. No one's really out and about. No one's looking for trouble. When suddenly, this 15-year-old boy comes to the police station. He's driving his dad's truck. And he comes into the police station covered in blood. He falls to his knees and he says, "They are all dead." The police are shocked because they're not used to dealing with this type of situation. This does not happen to these kind of people in these kind of places. The boy keeps repeating, "They are all dead." Eventually they find out he's referring to his family, his mom, his dad, and his sister. they are all dead. They have been shot on their farm, in their house. So this is what the first chapter deals with, and it's already a shock. Everyone immediately thinks that it's just a regular farm murder. Unfortunately, in South Africa, farm murders are a big issue. So people would go to these farms, kill and assault the people living there, and they would steal money, guns, jewelry, things like that. So this was everyone's first thought, that this was your typical farm murder. But upon arriving at the scene, quickly detect that this is no ordinary farm murder. There was no sign of struggle. And more shockingly, the safe was open, but nothing was taken. No weapons, no cash, nothing. The boy tells police that as he was leaving the farm, he saw that the intruders dropped his father's weapons on the ground. So he picked them up and put them at the back of the truck and then drove off to the police station. Now, the whole country quickly found out about this strange murder case of 3 wonderful people. Even some people from abroad found out, so there was a lot of media attention on this case. But for months, the police would not give the media any information. They had no suspects that they were talking about, no person of interest, nothing. The media was so frustrated because everybody wanted answers and they did not know what to tell people. So, people started, of course, making their own theories. So, some people said that it was perhaps the farm workers, but that theory was ruled out pretty quickly. They also suspected the one guy who was investigating the scene, but he also had pretty solid alibi. So the main suspect, which kind of caused a lot of controversy, was that this 15-year-old boy killed his family. People say that it could have been due to Satanism, but that theory seemed to have been ruled out. They also felt that there was some jealousy of him and his sister. And of course, no one wanted to believe this. No one wanted to believe that a 15-year-old would kill his family. They seem to be such a happy family. No one close to the family thought otherwise. So then, eventually, after a few months, the boy was taken in as a suspect. So that's the boy. That's the girl. Now, this case ended up going to trial. And the police really had a solid case against this boy. You can see that they spent all these months putting together all sorts of research. So they called a lot of different experts to the stand. So they had someone who analyzes fingerprints alone, someone who analyzes DNA alone, someone who analyzes blood spatters alone to kind of determine where the victims were shot from. So it was really, really detailed, and I love the detail that this book goes into. Unfortunately, as this case went on, you could tell so clearly that there is no way that this boy was innocent. All the evidence pointed to him, and he kept changing his story, his side of the events, and it became so clear that it couldn't have been anyone but him, which is heartbreaking. Another thing that everyone felt sick to their stomachs about is that this girl, the boy's sister, was raped. And this is just heartbreaking because that would mean that it's her own brother who did this to her. So from all the evidence and all the things that were analyzed, the order of events seemed to be that the morning of the murders, the boy and his sister went out horse riding because they loved riding horses. It was a sport that they took part in. They grew up on a farm. So they went to ride their horses. And then they speculate that because this boy was in an all-boys high school and he was going through puberty, his hormones started getting the better of him. So he tried or did something with his sister. And then she wanted to tell their parents, and he did not want that. So what did he do? He killed his entire family to hide what he's done to his sister. So what they believe is that he killed his mother first because she was sitting in front of her computer working when this happened. And if there was an intruder in the house, surely she would have looked around. She would have suspected something. And it looked like the killer wanted the mother to die instantly. Next was the dad. So in order to go to the safe, which was open where the weapons was, you had to go through the front part of the house where the mom and dad were. So there is no way that someone could have gone to the back, to the safe, got the safe open somehow, took the weapons out, without there being some kind of a struggle. The dad was a big guy. He would definitely not just have let someone pass peacefully. He would have tried to protect his family. So the dad was killed next. And then lastly, the daughter was killed. But she was not killed instantly like the mom and the dad. She was tortured. And it was a slow, painful death for this poor girl. So it appears that this boy would get 25 years in prison due to him being a minor. This book really went into so much detail, and I know I gave away some spoilers, but it's so worth reading this book just to see the amount of detail that the police goes into and the sensitivity around a case involving a minor. The only thing that haunts me to this day is that the reason, the motive wasn't that clear. I know they said it was to hide what he did to his sister, but I just can't fathom how you kill your whole family over this. I feel like there should have been more involved. I mean, and to do this to your own sister. But this book was done like as this case was taking place. Maybe there's more info on it now. But it's so shocking to me. I mean, everybody in this community was so supportive. When they found out about the murders, everyone was supporting the boy, feeling it's their Christian duty to help this boy, because he just went through so much. And then to find out that he was the killer, that he did it, I was just is a quick little summary. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys know about this case. I did not know before I started the book. I suspected the boy from the beginning because the way he described things and his lack of emotion and the way he just continued with life as if nothing had happened, it was all just too strange to me. I just wonder, I just want to know what went on in his head. That's such a shock to me. They also have a really nice bit here in the beginning of the book, which was written by Dr. L.G. Lewis, who is the president of the LSMP. So he writes a really detailed bit about prosecuting minors and all the things that need to be considered and how it really is based on a case-to-case basis. So I found that so interesting, and if you're into true crime, I definitely recommend giving this book a try. They go into so much detail and they really allow you to draw your own conclusions, and they show the emotion involved, you know, just what this does to a person hearing news like this. Anyway, that is it for me.